only 6:45, but we already have some breaking news. The Election Commission has decided now to set up a panel to suggest amendments to a provision in the election law barring campaigning 48 hours ahead of polling. This follows complaints that it failed to keep pace with new information technology. WhatsApp messages were going around, interviews were being done on television. In an order issued last night, it said the proposed committee will have members from the poll panel, the INB Law and IT Ministry, in addition to those from the National Broadcasters Association and Press Council of India. They will examine these provisions in the prevailing context of communication technologies and suggest required changes. Clearly at the moment, and you know, that's across the world. In the US, they campaigned, Sandeep, correct me if I'm wrong, Professor Shastri, till the last moment. Why should in India there be this 48-hour rule at all in the age of internet? Forget all these rules. Campaign to the last moment. The Prime Minister was campaigning with the roadshow even after voting. Let everyone campaign.
I think it's important.
You can't have two sets of rules.
No, but do it all
It's important the rule keeps pace with reality.
Yes.
Otherwise, reality has a ways of expressing itself in spite of your rule.
Rajdeep, not just that, the rules also have to be implemented and enforced uniformly.
No, I take the point.
Twitter, in the age of WhatsApp,
Yeah, exactly. That's
in the age of Facebook,
social media.
I mean, this looks very ridiculous. But Rajdeep, coming to Modi,
No, let me just go to Preeti Chaudhary, our correspondent who's joining me at the moment from Ahmedabad. She's outside the BJP office. Preeti, you seem to have positioned yourself on the right side in the belief that you are with the side that's expected to win today. But already we are getting this news about the election panel, which has gone through considerable amount of scrutiny in this election, now saying that we will find a new way to ensure that campaigning does not violate the 48-hour rule. Is this the Gujarat election panel that's looking at it, or is it the Central Election Commission?
You know, Rajdeep, whether or not I'm standing at the right side, at least of political history in Gujarat, we'll only know when that last vote is counted. But yes, I'm right now stationed at the BJP headquarters in Gandhinagar. Right behind me, of course, from about 6:30 a.m. Lots of energy, lots of people coming in, especially the cadre here. But with what you just suggest, the news break, Rajdeep, it is not just the Gujarat Election Commission panel, but yes, they did have their hands full, and possibly one of the reasons that the feedback is given to the Central Election Commission. And I just want to take our viewers through what the Election Commission had said. It says it appears imperative to revisit the provisions relating to the last 48 hours before completion of polls to appropriately address challenges unleashed by fast-changing technologies in the context of multi-phase polls. And the reason why this is said, Rajdeep, is because we've been reporting here every phase when the campaigning is supposed to end, the model code of conduct is put in place. We have seen the number of complaints. The EC has had its hands full because the complaint after complaint keeps coming in on certain ministers, certain MLA, certain political party which has violated the model code of conduct, because WhatsApp messages, you can't put a control on that, you know, with the technology in terms of the information technology, Rajdeep. In the final phase, which was you know, on the 14th of December, over 3,000 complaints were recorded in terms of campaigning through WhatsApp messages, general messages, online campaigning. So one can well imagine that these old archaic laws don't quite stand in the current electioneering context.
So there we have Preeti Chaudhary with that piece of breaking news. Preeti, why don't you go out and have a good cup of cutting chai to set yourself up for what promises to be a very long day. I can even tell you, if you can go to the ISKCON Gathia shop not too far away from Gandhinagar, you can have excellent Gathia early morning. So I suggest you set yourself up because you have a long day ahead of you today there in Gandhinagar. Preeti, we'll keep coming back to you. I'm told that, of course, the first EVMs will open at 8 a.m. But I think there is something to be said for the Election Commission's role for the first time is being put under such severe strain. It almost seems as if the Session era, where the Election Commission suddenly got a face, we don't see Mr. Jyoti. You know, we haven't seen the Chief Election Commissioner assert himself, and that perhaps has led to political parties even taking the Election Commission for granted. I mean, the Congress is going ahead and attacking the EC on EVMs without providing real evidence, and the BJP seems to be misusing campaign provisions that you can still campaign till the very end. Now I've got a senior secretary to the government, E.A.S. Sharma, who's written to the Election Commission saying, how did the Prime Minister go on this seaplane with foreign pilots, which according to them is a violation of FCRA rules, of foreign contribution rules. Suddenly the Election Commission finds itself under strain from all sides. Not a good sign at all.
Rajdeep, the Election Commission not only needs to act in an autonomous way, it should be seen to be acting in an autonomous way, and that I think is part of the crisis. We should be having an election commission which does not wait for a complaint to be filed to it, but needs to act on its own. And if we have an election commission which were to take a stand that we are going to investigate an issue only when a complaint comes to us, I think there is a challenge which will come in the public mind about the autonomy of the institution. So I think it's time that the Election Commission on its own takes action to restore this public confidence in its neutrality, independence of functioning.
It's going to become, session was always a hard act to follow. But somewhere, for the first time one senses, the Election Commission's stature has got dented in the last few months. How do you believe, Ajit, the Election Commission needs, is this one way? Set up some kind of an independent, autonomous, almost like an ombudsman body? There you have Vijay Rupani. Many say remote controlled by Delhi. Some say he was simply brought in there to ensure that the seat is kept warm for Amit Shah in particular. Amit Shah controlling Vijay Rupani is the buzz in Gandhinagar. But this election could well see Vijay Rupani still emerge as a potential chief minister for a second time in Gujarat. So he may be low profile, but don't rule out Vijay Rupani's role in Gujarat politics. Let's take a break. Yes.
Rajdeep, he seems a lot more proactive post-election than during election. And perhaps he fears
come on,
that...
give him a break. The camera has come to him.
Really?
The mic has come to him.
Camera, mic, including Rajdeep Sardesai were tailing him, but he was not even half
One point.
Yes.
Why this election is essentially between Rahul Gandhi and Modi. Had Modi not been there, and those last 10 overs of Modi, 15 days, that made the difference. And Rahul Gandhi did from 41 to 73. So essentially this election is between Modi, and if Modi would not have been there, because BJP would have been in worse.
Local leaders to come up.
That's right. The local leaders have not come up in the Congress for years, and now it appears the same affliction is affecting the BJP as well. On that rather somber note, let's take a break. When we come back, cutting chai, Gujarati style, is coming for you. Have that with jalebi and gathia and fafda. Long day ahead. Majama chhode. Back in a moment.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.